Hey everyone, welcome to the Rooster's Den. Today we have another Final Fantasy deck tech video for you, but before I tell you what it is, you know what to do. Hit the music. Today we're deck teching Cloud, Ex-Soldier, a red, green, and white 4/4 with haste that reads, when Cloud enters, attach up to one target equipment you control to him. Then, whenever Cloud attacks, draw a card for each equipped attacking creature you control. Then, if Cloud has power 7 or greater, create 2 treasure tokens. So the game plan of this deck is to have 2 or other creatures on the battlefield equipped, so when Cloud enters you can draw several cards to refill your hand and hopefully create 2 treasure tokens if his power is 7 or greater. This deck can get out of hand really quickly, so let's get into it. We'll start off with the creatures of the deck, which there are 23 of. First one is Freya Crescent, who is a 1/1 with jump that means she has flying during her turn. She also taps for 1 red and we can spend this mana only on equipment spells or equipment abilities. Second, Zac Fair. He has a 0/1 who enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on him. You can pay 1, sack Zac, and target creature you control gains indestructible and put all counters and equipments that are on Zac onto target creature. Next, Albert Steiner. He is a 2/1 with lifelink. He also gets +1/+1 for each equipment on the battlefield. Then we have Bugenhagen, who's a mana dork that lets you draw a card if you control a creature with power 7 or greater during your upkeep. Then we have Breu Headmaster, who's a cost reducer for equipment and equipped abilities. Then we have Sid Free Flyer Pilot, who's also a cost reducer for equipment and spells. He also has pay 2, return target equipment or vehicle from your graveyard to your hand, so it works as a reanimation spell as well. Next we have Cloud, Midgard Mercenary, who allows us to tutor for an equipment card and double triggers all equipped abilities. Then we have Helitrooper, who gives one other creature we control flying during our attack phase and also reduces the cost of equipped abilities. Next we have Kemba, Kyle Enduring. When he enters, equip an equipment to him and all equipped creatures get +1/+1. Next is Professor Hojo. He reduces the equip cost of our first equipment by 2 each turn, and whenever a creature becomes a target of an ability, draw a card. Do this only once each turn. Then there's Pure Steel Paladin. He reads, whenever an equipment enters the battlefield, draw a card. And equipped abilities cost 0 as long as you control 3 or more artifacts. Next, we have Rabuhan, Bull of Almigo, who allows us to auto-equip any equipment to any creature whenever he attacks, and his ward ability is equal to his power. Then, Stoneforge Mystic, who's just another equipment tutor. Next we have Akiri, Fearless Voyager, who's some more card draw. Arden, Intrepid Archaeologist, another free equip enabler. Katsul, Malamart Exemplar. He helps protect our board during our turn, and creatures who have power greater than their base powers get to draw a card. Professional Facebreaker. He creates treasures for each player we deal combat damage to, which could ramp us big time. Red 13, Proud Warrior. Other modified creatures we control have Vigilance and Trample, and he as well has Vigilance and Trample. Vincent, Vengeful Atoner. He is a 3/3 with Menace, which reads, whenever 1 or more creatures we control deal combat damage, put a +1/+1 counter on Vincent. Then if Vincent's power is 7 or greater, whenever he deals damage, he deals that much damage to each opponent. This card can close out the game really quick, I can tell you that. Then there's Yuffie Material Hunter. She has ninjutsu for 1 in red, and when she enters, gain control of target non-artifact creature you control, you may attach it to her. Next, one of our big closers, Tifa, Martial Artist. She has melee, which reads, when she attacks, she gets +1/+1 for each opponent we are attacking. And whenever a creature with power 7 or greater deals combat damage to a player, untap all creatures, and then there's an additional combat phase this turn. She can really close out the game quickly, just like Vincent. Then there's Danitha, Benalius Hope. She allows you to reanimate equipment or put 1 from your hand onto the battlefield equipped to her. And then finally there is Nahiri, Forged in Fury. She has affinity for equipment, and she reads, whenever an equipped creature attacks, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. and you may play equipment cards without paying their mana cost. So if you have several creatures attacking that are equipped, you get to exile several cards from the top of your library and play any of the equipment that you exile this way for free. Freaking awesome. Next, we go to the sorceries of the deck, which there are 7. First is Steel Shaper's Gift, an equipment tutor. Then we have Nature's Lore, a ramp spell. Cultivate, another ramp spell. Savine's Reclamation. It's a reanimation spell for permanents we control that are 3 or less, which most of our deck is made of those. Chandra's Ignition, a potential game ender or board wipe, leaving your largest creature alive. Overwhelming Stampede, another game ender, giving our creatures trample and +X/+X, where X is the greatest power among creatures we control. Vanquish the Horde, a board wipe, because sometimes you just need a clean slate. Next we go to the instants, which also there are 7 of. First, Path to Exile, removal. Swords to Plowshares, removal. Heroic Intervention, protection. Teferi's Protection, more protection. Ultima Magic, holy, even more protection. Akroma's Will, a game finisher. And finally, Clever Concealment, some more protection. Then we have the artifacts, 2 of which are ramp spells and 20 of them are equipments. First, Soul Ring, ramp spell. Arcane Signet, ramp spell. Now to the equipments. Bloodforge Battle Axe. Gives our equipped creature +2/+0, and whenever an equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, create a token of Bloodforge Battle Axe. Colossus Hammer. Equipped creature gets +10/+10 and loses flying. Shadow Spear. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 lifelink trample. Andriel Nasir's Reforged. Whenever equipped creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. If you have the City's Blessing, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control instead. And with the City's Blessing, you just need 10 or more permanents on the battlefield. So if you've got 10 permanents on the battlefield with this equipped, all your creatures are getting +2/+2, which gets ridiculous really fast. Blackblade Reforge. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each land you control. Conformist Shuriken. Equipped creature has, whenever this creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls. If that creature has greater power than this creature, put a number of +1/+1 counters on this creature equal to the difference. Conqueror's Flail. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each color among permanents you control. As long as this equipment is attached, players can't cast spells during your turn. Swiftfoot Boots, protection. Sword of the Animus gives our creature +1/+1 and ramps a land for every time equipped creature deals combat damage. Wrecking Ball Arm, giving equipped creature base power 7/7 and can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Buster Sword. Equipped creature gets +3/+2, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then you may cast that card from your hand with mana value equal to or lesser than the power of the creature without paying its mana costs. Mithril Coat, protection, and it also has flash. Samurai's Katana creates a 1/1 hero equipped to it, and it reads equipped creature gets +2/+2 in haste. Sword of Feast and Famine gives your creature +2/+2 in protection from black and green. Whenever an equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card and you untap all your lands. Sword of Forged Frontier. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 in protection from red and green. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards, and you also may play an extra land this turn. Sword of Light and Shadow. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 in protection from black and white. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you gain 3 life and you may return up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Sword of War and Peace. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 in protection from red and white. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, Sword of War and Peace deals that much damage to that player equal to the number of cards in their hand, and you gain life equal to the amount of cards in your hand. The Reaver Cleaver. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 in trample. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, create that many treasure tokens. This equipment card makes you ramp so much, it's amazing. Embercleave. This equipment costs 1 less for each attacking creature you control. An equipped creature gets +1/+1, double strike, and trample, and you could also cast this at flash speed. And finally, Excalibur, Sword of Eden. Equipped creature gets +10/+0 on vigilance. Next, we move on to the enchantments. We have 5 of them. Sigarda's Egg, which allows us to cast equipment at flash speed, and also auto-equips any equipment we play this turn. Aggravated Assault, it's a closer that gives us extra combats if we can pay for it. Beastmaster Ascension, another closer. Forged Anew, more equipment synergy, and Smothering Tithe, more ramp. Finally, we go to the lands. We have 35 of them. Command Beacon, Battlefield Forge, Brushlands, Clifftop Retreat, Command Tower, Copperline Gorge, Fabled Passage, Firelight Thicket, 3 Forests, Jetmere Garden, Carpulson Florist, Kessing Wolf Run, 3 Mountains, 3 Plains, Plateau, Plaza of Heroes, Razor Verge Thicket, Reliquary Tower, Rogue's Passage, Rootbound Crag, Rugged Prairie, Sacred Foundry, Slayer's Stronghold, Spire of Industry, Starting Town, Stomping Grounds, Sunbillow Verge, Sunpetal Grove, and Taida. And that's it, guys. As you can see, this deck can get out of hand pretty quick, and we necessarily don't need Cloud on the battlefield to win the game. There are plenty other creatures that synergize with equipment and do great things, along with plenty of equipment that we can attach to different creatures that can help us close out the game without Cloud. Now, if they make the mistake to leave Cloud on the battlefield, the game will get out of hand really quick, and you're going to win the game, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Alright guys, that's it for this deck tech. Once again, if you do like what I'm doing, please hit like and subscribe. And guys, y'all have a great evening. Stay tuned for my next deck tech video, and I'll be doing an Arena Brawl video really soon. This is Jaime Hernandez with the Rooster's Den. Y'all have a great night, guys. Take care.